This is one of the busiest highways leading to Delhi. It's been blocked for weeks. Tens of thousands of farmers from the northern states of India have marched to the capital city to protest farming reforms. They've covered at least 5 major highways around the city. The police met them with tear gas and water cannons, but they made it through and have now set up camp in and around Delhi.
6 महीने का राशन ले गए हैं पीछे घर वालों की हल्लाशेरी बहुत है कि हाँ डटे रहो मुड़का नहीं हो
हमने अपना धरना शांतिपूर्वक करना चाहे हमारे 6 महीने लगो साल लगो हमने कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
ये कल को हमको भेज देते हैं तो हम कल को चले जाएंगे हम लंबे प्रोग्राम आप देखो ट्रालियां पर छतें डाली हुई है.
This is all happening because Prime Minister Modi's government has passed new farming laws that will change how the agricultural industry has worked for decades.
But when the deputy chairman continued the proceedings and passed the bill by voice vote, there was pandemonium.
Derek O'Brien tried to tear the rule book. Show me one piece of footage of me tearing a rule book, I'll quit my post as MP. I never did, but I showed him the rule book. This government did not expect this kind of opposition, so they denied us a chance to have a division.
Ruckus happened because of the deputy chairman. He's responsible for what has happened today. BJP does not have the numbers inside. He just had a voice vote over there.
Now opposition members have moved a no-confidence motion against Deputy Chairperson Harivansh for not following the rule book and pushing through the legislation. And you all are moving a no-confidence motion against the Deputy Chairperson?
Notice has already been given.
Once the resolution is given by more than 20 people, the Deputy Speaker cannot sit in the chair till it is settled.
During the debate on the bill, several opposition leaders accused the government of privatization and abolishing the minimum support price. But the centre defended itself.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की कृषि, किसान और एमएसपी के प्रति जो नियत है उसकी तरफ आपका ध्यान दिलाना चाहता हूं। लगातार इस दिशा में एमएसपी की बढ़ोतरी हो रही है।
Immediately after the passage of the Farms Bill, the Prime Minister tweeted even in Punjabi to reassure farmers that the MSP system will continue and government would procure food grains. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi tweeted saying the farmer who grows gold from the earth is forced into tears of blood due to the arrogance of the Modi government. Democracy is ashamed because of the manner in which the government issued death orders against farmers in the form of an agricultural bill in the Rajya Sabha today.
Let's see what's actually these bills tells. Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020 says that
1. Expands the scope of trade areas of farmers' produce from select areas to any place of production, collection, aggregation. 2. Allows electronic trading and e-commerce of scheduled farmers' produce. 3. Prohibits state governments from levying any market fee, cess, or levy on farmers, traders, and electronic trading platforms for the trade of farmers' produce conducted in and outside trade area.
Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020.
1. Provides a legal framework for farmers to enter into pre-arranged contracts with buyers including mention of pricing. 2. Defines a dispute resolution mechanism.
In simple, the government is removing Mandi system.
India, a recently independent country, was struggling to produce enough food for its citizens. A string of droughts made things worse, causing devastating famines. So the government stepped in to modernize farming and increase the food supply in what was called the Green Revolution. They brought in U.S. advisors to help boost the production of rice and wheat. Together, they ended up overusing chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and irrigation, causing large plots of land to become infertile. Many crops suffered. Some nearly disappeared. But rice and wheat production soared. And soon, India went from having a food crisis to having a food surplus. It was in this context that India also developed a nationwide food marketing system to ensure fair prices. It's a complex system, and it differs from state to state, but here's one way to understand it. It starts with farmers bringing their crops here, to wholesale markets locally known as Mandis. The farmers then sell those crops to traders through open auctions with transparent pricing. Prices can also be informed by the minimum support price, or MSP, a government price for crops like rice, cotton, wheat. The government only buys a couple of crops at these prices in certain states, but those prices can still serve as a benchmark. The crops then go to secondary market or are stored by the buyers before they are sent out for future sales. It's not a perfect system, though.
That means the farmer can sell their crops or product to outside the Mandi and throughout nation. But the outside of Mandi, there's no method of finding best price for the crops or MSP of that grains. The Times of India news article says, the key provisions of new farm laws are intended to help small and marginal farmers. 86% of total farmers who don't have means to either bargain for their produce to get a better price or invest in technology to improve the productivity of farms. The Act on Agri-Market allows farmers to sell thetheir produce outside APMC, mandis to whoever they want. Anyone can buy their produce even at their farm gates. Though commission agents of Pay, mandis and states could lose commissions and mandi fees respectively, the main reasons for the current protests, farmers will get better prices through competition and cost cutting on transportation. But why farmers are protesting against the bills? Farmer unions in Punjab and Haryana say the recent laws enacted at the centre will dismantle the minimum support price (MSP) system. Over time, big corporate houses will dictate terms and farmers will end up getting less for their crops. Farmers fear that with the virtual disbanding of the Mandi system, they will not get an assured price for their crops, and Athiyast commission agents who also pitch in with loans for them will be out of business. On MSP assurance request of farmers, the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar assured that the minimum support price mechanism will stay and adequate protection of land ownership was in place to protect. But in the bill there is not single word about MSP. And the main point is, the government is not to give assurance in vetting.
What is MSP?
MSP is the minimum price paid by the government when it procures any crop from the farmers. It is announced by the state-run Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices (CACP) for more than 22 commodities on an annual basis after calculating the cost of cultivation. Food Corporation of India (FCI), which is the main state-run grain procurement agency, largely buys only paddy and wheat at these prices. The FCI then sells these food grains at highly subsidized prices to the poor and is thereafter compensated by the government for its losses. Farmers from Punjab, Haryana and some other parts are protesting against these reforms. Currently there is a major protest going on at Delhi's borders. Badal too tendered her resignation after the bills were passed. Opposition parties, including TMC, Congress, DMK and BSP, opposed the agriculture sector reform bills, saying they were against the interests of small and marginal farmers. Congress upped its ante against the Modi government, terming the move a conspiracy to defeat the Green Revolution, slamming the government.
Congress leader Gaurav Gogoi said, "This government has been eyeing how they can take the farmers' land to benefit their capitalist friends, whether is the Land Acquisition Act, whether in the industrial system through weakening the labor codes, and now this three-pronged attack on the Indian agricultural system through the two bills on farming, one related to APMC, The other one is related to contract farming in the third bill, which is on essential commodities, a three-pronged attack on the Indian farmers.
And all over India, millions of farmers are protesting against the Farmbills. And they don't want this bill.
If you don't want something, but third person is forcing you to accept, now you think why they are protesting against the Farmbills.
That's it for today. Wait, we are not completed yet. We just show what's in bill. In next video we show how Indian government and Indian media means Godi media are defaming the farmer.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked our work, please support us by subscribe to our channel and press the bell icons. Like the video, share this video to friends and family members. See you in next video.